Hi, folks. It's Mark Merrill with Firm. We're talking about questions 1 and 2 results on our special program here for November 4th, 2025. First, I'd like to have you hear from Bobby Charles, the leading Republican gubernatorial candidate, giving a statement in regard to the results of the overall questions 1 and 2, which didn't go favorably for the people of the state of Maine.
On what seems an awful dark night. What we've witnessed in the state of Maine tonight, is that distortion of the truth and attempts by those that really fit somewhere between socialist and communist to try to take over this state are, when not opposed or when not aptly opposed, are somehow able to succeed. Both of these referendum questions are probably going to go down today. And what does that mean? It means it's a throwdown for us. It means we have to stand up and remember who we are. In Bangor tonight, they elected a communist, a murderer, a woman who stuffed sand in her victim's face until they died, and a pro-homeless person. Is that Maine? Is that who we are today? Is that what we're supposed to do, is just give up and say that's the new Maine? Absolutely not. When it is darkest is when the true fight begins, and that is now in the state of Maine. This is the beginning, the throwdown for the beginning of 2026. We will either do as Ronald Reagan did, for example, in California when he faced this kind of thing in the 1960s, and he won, and he turned California around, and incredibly enough became president, and then he brought the Soviet Union to its knees. Why? How? He woke up every day and he did the right thing. That's what most Mainers do. They get up every day, they know right from wrong, they know boys from girls, they know what it means to work hard, not to be taking money from the state and from others. They actually know the difference between good leadership and bad. That's who we historically have been. We grew up with World War II values. So my mission is to tell you tonight, have hope. This is the beginning. Have faith. This is where it all begins. This is where we begin to fight for the values that we truly know Maine both has long represented and needs to represent in the future. And what are we up against? What we now know. The contrast is severe. We are up against a group of people that have no respect for the history of Maine, no respect for values, no respect for education, no respect for hard work, no respect for the free markets, no respect for the idea that we don't need drug traffickers here, no respect for public safety, and no respect for the hardworking Mainers that are Maine. So here's the bottom line. We are Maine. And my plea to you tonight is take on the chin what we're looking at and understand it for what it is. The battle lines have been drawn. You either believe that the future of Maine is about Maine and Mainers, or you believe it's about communism and importing California here. For me, I'm in the fight. If you're in the fight with me, BobbyForMaine.com, and let's take it to them. It is time. This is the beginning of the one-year race to reclaiming our state. Thank you.
And we do thank Bobby Charles for his input on that, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully this will ring with many, many Mainers, as we were not exactly looking for the results that we got. We'll get to those in just a few minutes. In the meantime, we went around the 4 communities in Central Maine: Winslow, Waterville, Oakland, and Fairfield, and got some interviews, brief ones, from the town clerks and town warden from Waterville. First, we'll talk with the town clerk of Winslow, and we'll move on to Waterville warden Roland Halley, Oakland town clerk Kathy Curdy, and Fairfield town clerk Brittany Garrett, as to what they could tell us when we were there in late afternoon on November 4th, Election Day, 2025.
Mark Merrill here on at the Winslow VFW for Election Day. And you're Audra, what's her last name?
Fleury. I'm the warden or the town clerk. And the town clerk.
Great. How's turnout been?
It's been busier than I kind of expected. It's been steady all day. Yep.
Would you say more than usual, or?
Average.
I mean, we know we're talking about a couple of questions.
Can compared to last year and the years prior, this is my third November, is average. Yeah.
Percentage-wise, which is
Oh gosh, I'm not.
just a guess. I'm not going to hold you to it.
Maybe 25%.
Oh, that's
Um, g-
not too bad, I suppose.
yeah. We'll find out at the end of the night.
Sure. When will you know the totals? Will that be like sometime tomorrow, or?
Our unofficial totals will hopefully come out this evening, but we'll have their official ones tomorrow when I have fresh eyes.
I'm sorry. Will that be online?
It will be, yes.
Okay, I'm not. Since I know this. Anything else you could tell us? Was there any incidents or anything of that nature as far as protesters or anything of that nature?
No, we're doing pretty good. Knock on all the wood around, but everyone's been great.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Anytime.
All right. Check. That always works. We're talking with Roland, and your last name is?
Hallie.
Hallie, the warden for the turnout today, for the election. Okay, well, thank you. What, in your view, has been the turnout as far as today for questions 1 and 2, mostly, I guess?
Thus far, I would say that the turnout has been light. It's been like a steady stream of people coming through, but not in in mobs or long lines. It's just streaming through. So far, with the numbers that we've gotten on the counters, it's been somewhat of a light turnout.
Can you give a percentage on that as a guess or an estimate right now?
Based on the last numbers I saw, we probably at around 10%, maybe. No, I'm sorry, that'd be less than that. Because Waterville, we have around 10,000 registered voters, and the last count I looked at, we were about 1,000 that had come through. But that was a little while ago, maybe 45 minutes ago, last time.
Are you kind of surprised by that? I know there's only a couple of questions and that sort of thing, unless there were other things on the ballot.
Yes, in a way, I'm a little surprised because I thought there were some questions on the ballot that were a hot enough topic to turn out the voters. But a lot of times we can gauge our estimated turnout by the number of absentee ballots that we process, and that was also very light but not so much for an off-year election.
What is the total population of Waterville these days?
It's around 17,000.
I was going to guess that myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Roland. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add on that?
No, I'm good.
We're here at the Oakland Fire Station, but I guess that's really where the action happens for elections in 2025. And your name is, ma'am?
Kathy Parody. I'm the town clerk.
Okay. How's the turnout been?
The turnout has actually been a lot bigger than what we had even expected. We've had a steady flow since we've opened the door since 7 a.m. this morning.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Would you say that's more than, say, like a regular election, or how would you compare that?
We're probably just below of what like a gubernatorial or what a presidential election would be.
What would you say percentage-wise?
I would say right now we're probably at 35 to 40%, maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah.
Kind of surprised at that, or?
We are very surprised. Yeah, we thought for a down year we wouldn't have, as many come in, but people are getting out and making their choices.
Okay, and results will probably be online tomorrow, or?
Results will be online tomorrow. Yeah.
Can you give me that site for Oakland? I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, it's oaklandmaine.us.
All spelled out?
OAKLANDMAINE.us.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too.
Can I get your name first?
Brittany Garrett.
Okay, you are the new town clerk?
Yeah, I've been here about a year and a half or so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So basically what I've asked everybody else is questions 1 and 2. What's voter turnout been?
Way more than I expected. We had 419 absentee requests. So far, about 380 have been returned, so that's decent.
Yeah.
And we've had a little, including absentees, last I knew we had 800 and some change, so about 400 in-person voters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that quite impressive? For like a...
Yeah, I would say for a referendum, yeah. Usually referendums, people are like,
Yeah, right.
But with something like this, I think questions 1 and 2 are hot for people, something that people are passionate about.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we have a big turnout this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there anything else on the ballot, or?
There was a Somerset County referendum question to have the registrar of deeds appointed or not appointed. And then we have a local ballot.
Oh, okay. All When do you think those would be available? Online tomorrow sometime?
I'll have them on tonight as soon as we're done tallying. So polls close at 8 and we start tallying right off.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
What is the town office? What is the town's website?
Fairfield-me.gov. It's our new website. So.
All right. Well, thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And there you have it from the local towns in the greater Waterville area, folks. Winslow, Waterville, Oakland, and Fairfield. And we got those late afternoon. It was not quite 3 o'clock, but at least at the same time, we were able to get the clerks and the wardens, as you heard, to give us details, and some pretty surprising ones. Now, the not so great news, folks, for Maine citizens, as far as we're concerned, as the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and our freedoms go, the unofficial Maine results on question, let's go with question 1, of 431,000, just over that figure, reporting. And about 88% of the votes at the time. 274,560 voted no on question 1. 156,467 voted no. Or voted yes. Let's try that again. Question 1, no votes. 274,560 or 63%. Yes votes, 156,467 or 36%. So, question 1, for requiring photo IDs for in-person voting and tightening the rules on absentee voting and ballot drop box use, among other changes, was defeated. On question 2, with the total number of voters reporting at the time with same, 88% of the votes counted. This is from the Associated Press. 429,544 on question 2 voted yes, 272,638 or 63%. No votes, 156,906 or 36% of the votes. This was to establish a process for people to request extreme risk protection orders against individuals who were believed to be dangerous. Those orders would prohibit those individuals from possessing firearms or other weapons. It was voted in. Now we'll get to some more details on this, folks, as the time allows on another program here, or another podcast here on FIRM, Fairness in Reporting Media. Yours truly, Mark Merrill, reporting on the question 1 and question 2 results from November 4th, 2025. We were only able to get one of the 4 towns, though, as far as unofficial results on the state referendum questions. On question 1, Fairfield voters out of 2,667, Winslow, check that out, that's Winslow voters. Winslow voters of 2,667 voted on question 1, 1,512 no votes, as opposed to 1,148 yes votes. On question 2, of the 2,667 tallied, this is again about 85 to 86%. The yes votes on question 2 were 1,455 and 1,200 no votes. So that's where those tallies came from, folks. We are, shall we say, a little bit surprised at that for a rural state like ours. And Bobby Charles is right, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to keep in mind what he just told us a few minutes ago. He spoke to the general public last evening, November 4th, to let us know that we're in a fight. more than ever in this state of Maine and around the country, and I think everybody knows it. I don't have to tell you that. But one thing we do need to do, folks, is to pray and keep praying and keep voting to support and promote our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our Declaration of Independence, as we always have done here at Firm, ladies and gentlemen. Always. Meantime, stay in touch with us, folks. fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com, fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com. As you can see behind me, FIRM for our acronym. You can find our podcast also on Twitter or X.com and YouTube. But anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in addition to the podcasts, go right here. fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com, fairnessinreportingmedia@gmail.com. Everybody pray for the future of our country, our state, and the livelihood and future of our children and grandchildren. Peace to all.